The party had just narrowly escaped after encountering the ancient queen of Nangalore, Queen Zalkore. She seemed rather distracted, as if there was someone in the room with her. Nonetheless, they attempted to barter for the Black Orchid. The only thing that was of value to her, however, was harmony, to be sold off into slavery. Unwilling to make the offer, the party left, and chose to look throughout the rest of the city before they left. They found a grand chamber with a statue of a mighty Chultan warrior, as well as another statue at its feet, and a small urn. Igrius disturbed the urn, and in so doing, drew the wrath of Queen Zalkore. Undril was lost to the curse of the Gorgon. The rest of the party just narrowly escaping, with Tabin valiantly defending against her, and eventually slaying her. What will the party do now?
Cry for Undril.
I mean, she may not be lost yet, but if you wish to cry, you can. But I believe I will ask Tabin to pick up the body of Queen Zalkore.
He's like standing there, panting, covered in snake bites and other things, sword wounds, just kind of goes, shakes his head, walks over.
Like 500 pounds.
What?
Zalkore?
Oh, I thought. Never mind. Just never mind.
Were you thinking about Undril transformed into stone?
Yes.
Undril was already pretty heavy because she was a half-orc.
But before that, I will actually toss him the Creoton's ointment and tell him to use it.
Alright. Let's see. I mean, you can make the rolls if you want. You've got it.
It's 2d8 plus 2. And ceases to be poisoned and is cured of any disease. However, that doesn't work on stone.
I wouldn't call being turned to stone a disease.
That's what I said. Doesn't work on stone.
But yes, he regains 9 hit points. 9 whole hit points.
You know that, and I know that, but this stone looks pretty stupid.
Let's see. We are out of initiative, right, Joe?
No, you are not. You're still exploring the city. So Tabin has picked up the body and applied his ointment. Undril stone.
Bird.
No!
Bird.
Metal lady!
Bird's not dead. Bird's alive. What are you talking about? It's not feeling the best. Oh, where should we go now? You gonna do us that spider?
Nope. Let's head to her room.
Why should I go back?
Why don't we check the birds first? Where they came from.
Sure, we could do that.
I find there might be more birds there.
Since we killed all the birds. Probably killed all the birds.
Probably.
Don't know if there's more flying about.
I hope we killed all the birds. Because that was a lot of birds stuffed into that tiny room.
What do I see in the room?
You see lots and lots of refuse, bird poop, miscellaneous things laying all over.
Ugh.
Clearly the birds are living in here.
Clearly.
Not stuff that he's going to go touch.
Professor.
No.
Alright, I'm going to walk over here. And I'm going to start heading towards her room. That'll be dash. There you go.
Shadow scale.
That's everything I can do.
Harmony.
So, how badly injured is Tabin still?
Oh, he's got snake bites all over his face, and he's been cut.
Several times.
Yeah, he's still on his feet, but he doesn't look great either. And you no longer have a cleric in the party.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Why must we endure your insensitive proddings?
Igrius.
Sorry, what did you say, Aubrey?
So why must we endure his insensitive proddings?
Who's proddings?
Mine.
Oh, it
That's my
hurts
turn.
to laugh.
Your pain, it is so sweet.
I like pudding, sweet pudding. To live for, to die for. I didn't stutter.
I mean, I said that was my turn.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Back to Tabin. He is now carrying the dead body of Zalkore that he just finished, stabbing and beating.
There we go.
I will flat out state, just to be sure, that he can't obviously dash while he's
Oh
carrying
yeah,
her.
no, that's why I've moved him only 6.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Erd.
I guess I'll just finish walking through to the water, I guess.
Did you actually look at anything in the room, or you just walk through it?
I'll just walk through it.
Alright. Well, you go back down 20 feet into the water.
Where there's a bunch of
Is it-
piranhas!
The water in the pool is unusually clear. A dozen or more large fish, turtles, and lizards swim lazily through it. Waterbirds paddle on the surface. Their ripples obscure something on the bottom of the pool, though you can't quite make it out. But the bottom appears to be blanketed in oddly shaped stones. Bits of shattered stone rest atop a square dais that rises from the middle of the pool, evidence of a sculpture that once stood atop it. Part of the sculpture lies in the pool. West of the dais, a large stone face, staring up at the sky.
What is that? A Montreal icon on my...
Not on you now, is it?
It was. It's on my face. That was all my movement and my action.
Professor,
That's that.
I shall slow up and let the party regain.
shadow scale.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Just taking a lazy swim.
Yeah.
Everything I do.
Harmony,
Okay.
Igrius,
I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna cure wounds on him. Good fighting. Good job. Need some help?
anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Tabin,
That is his.
Erd.
Is it slow enough I can go onto it?
Oh yeah, you can step up onto that.
Alright.
Steps are easy climbable. As you're walking through the water, you're stepping either around or on strangely shaped stones all the way across.
Alright.
Professor,
I don't think I want to know what stones he's stepping on.
Presumably your stones he's stepping on.
Well, not just me.
shadow scale,
Mental lady. I touch her.
she is cold and lifeless.
I sit here.
Harmony,
That's right, tomorrow's my birthday.
you forgot?
How do you forget?
Well, I don't do anything with it. It just sits there.
It's
I
part of
guess.
getting older.
I guess.
I was browsing through Facebook. I had a
I'm just overlooking the balcony again.
You see Erd down there, stepping through the various smashed stones, the large statue, all of that.
Just wave.
Do I see the weird mosaic that he's stepping on, or the weird rocks or whatever?
And there's lots of rocks down there in the water.
Okay. But that's my turn.
Igrius,
I'm gonna go there. That's my turn. Slowly walking through.
Tabin,
There we go.
Erd,
I'm done.
Professor,
That is me.
shadow scale,
I continue standing here pleading for Undril to respond.
no motion at all, absolutely nothing.
Stone faced.
Harmony,
I'm sorry, but I don't think there's anything that's gonna bring her back.
She's not gone. Right here. I tap at her.
It's hard and rock-like.
That's my turn.
Igrius.
Shall continue out the way to there.
Taben. Erd.
I open these doors. Ooh.
You find the royal apartment once more.
I go grab the flower thingy, wherever it is.
Pick up the Black Orchid.
I'm done.
It
Professor.
dies instantly.
I'll just bring it with you. I'll just have it blowing towards you.
Guess
Hello.
I'll take a look around.
You're actually like looking around.
Yep.
Through this stuff. You find 9 small vials of some kind of very shiny looking liquid. It almost seems like it has a glow from within. You're not sure how else to describe it.
Put your finger in it.
Okay.
You also find about 100 gold pieces. You find a silver ewer.
Silver what? Ewer?
Ewer.
You were.
It's like a pitcher. You know, like a jug.
I assume it's Y-E...
EWER.
E-W-E-R. Interesting.
There is also an embroidered silk and velvet mantle set with numerous moonstones. A very fancy-looking longsword. A brass mug with jade inlaid into it. 2, you recognize them, 2 obvious potions of healing.
Oh, gee, I wonder why they recognize him.
Wow, the salt is real.
Oh, what do we use? Somewhere around like 10, 15 healing potions, and it's been you and Tyler who've only used them.
I forgot I had them on me.
I gave 2 of mine away to people who needed them. I only used 1 of the 3 I had. So Sam's the only one hogging them.
Professor's just a hoarder.
Yeah.
You also find what appear to be a scroll and another small vial.
Is that all?
That is all.
Alrighty.
It sounded like a lot of stuff, Sam. That
I
is that
know.
all? It seems a little,
Well, I don't know how much stuff she's hoarded up over the years.
Within the vial, there are beads of cloudy gray oil.
Small vial of cloudy gray oil beads. Alrighty.
Are you going to explore anywhere else in the city, or are you going to head straight out?
I believe... Well, we'll probably have to actually take a day to actually map this place, because we still need to map it. But we'll probably have to head out.
So are you going to choose to take the time to actually, like, go through the city and look through everything?
I would like to.
Yeah, because
All right.
we were told to map out the city, so you kind of have to explore every kind of almost nook and cranny.
I won't force that in initiative. There's only technically 1 enemy left, and you know about it, that giant spider, which I'd assume you just keep your distance from.
I'm pretty sure we know its location.
We fought
for
that spider
sure. It'd be
today,
pretty
Joe. We're
obvious.
good.
Oh,
We had enough.
yes.
We had enough stuff for spiders today, so we're all right with that. I built a fence around it.
Otherwise, in the area where the giant birds were, when you eventually would have gone in there and looked around, you would have found 7 gemstones, a gold bracelet shaped like a coatl, and a wooden scroll tube engraved with skeletons containing a scroll.
Nothing really
3
useful
things
to
in
me.
here sound very interesting. Shaped like a coatl.
A gold bracelet shaped like a coatl.
What's a quaddle?
snake.
Giant feathered serpents.
Yeah!
I'm not sure I spelled that right.
It's spelled Couatl.
Oh yeah,
You're thinking of Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, I'm thinking of him.
You said
her.
C-O?
Couatl.
Okay.
Technically, there are Quetzalcoatls in D&D.
Giant snakes capable of controlling the winds.
Call that farts?
Not exactly. But you all eventually head out and go back to Mountain Thunder and make camp after mapping the city.
Yes, and I also take up several of the remnants of the curtains.
But
Hey, would we have looked at that, or would Erd have told us about the weird rocks in the mosaic in the water?
Oh, I suppose. I guess I'll do that. I forgot about the rocks.
Would you have gone down there and actually investigated them?
Me?
Any of you?
I would have.
You find dozens of various animals turned to stone. Birds, lizards, the sort, even some fish.
Well, that's depressing.
And if you eventually dig far enough, buried underneath them, there appear to be 2 full-on people buried underneath all the various animals.
Are they intact?
And
They appear to be.
Let's put them
we
with the
should,
other 2.
like, I was gonna say,
They are very heavy.
We have plenty of men.
Well, if you work together, you can bring them up to go stand with the other 2 in the main chamber.
I'm spending all my time here with Undril. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
what about the mosaic?
There is no no, I don't think there is a
Wasn't there a giant crumbling mosaic up in the main urn room?
maybe on the ceiling.
I think it was crumbling.
I'm not seeing anything about a mosaic.
Okay.
Were you thinking of the mezzanine?
No, I heard you tell Brian that while he was stepping through stones, there was a mosaic on the floor.
Nope.
That's fine.
Alright. Well, you leave Nangalore then?
Yes.
Just for Shadow Steel, she stays.
And we will definitely spend the night. 'Cause I'm sure our mapping will have taken at least the entire lovely day. Correct?
Yeah, it took most of the day to map out all of it.
Excellent.
It took you most of the day. Rest of us just sat there.
But I am going to take the alchemy jug, make salt water, boil it out with salt. So we have a bunch of salt left. And wrap up Zalkore in the curtains and cast gentle repose upon her body.
Alright.
What does that do?
Of which I actually cannot do.
It keeps it
Have
from
spells.
decomposing.
I will have to do that in the morning. Well, the gentle repose part, I can get the body ready. However, I can take the time to do identify.
Aren't you able to ritual cast that?
Yep. And I still have my spell slot.
Well, you don't need spell slots to use rituals.
Oh, well then I can. Okay.
That's the point of ritual casting is it takes more time and no spell slots.
Let's see, how long is the ritual casting then?
It should state how long it takes to ritual cast.
Well, apparently gentle repose is also a ritual one, but it doesn't say. It just says one action for casting time and duration of 10 days.
So it takes it 6 seconds. There you go. 6-second ritual. Yeah.
I want to say that ritual time is like times 10, whatever the normal amount of time is.
So 1 minute.
Well, it's gentle repose is in actions. 10 times that would be an hour.
10 times 6 seconds
Oh, God.
would be 60 seconds.
So a minute. Yeah, brain is off today. Then identify would be an hour. So that's a casting time of 1 minute. So yeah, actually I guess can do both.
I'll be right back.
It takes at least 10 minutes or longer to cast the ritual version of a spell.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're ritual casting, gentle repose, and then what are you identifying?
We're gonna start with that mantle, and then the longsword.
Neither is magical.
Okay.
They're very pretty, though.
Probably should have led off with detect magic.
You can still ritual cast detect magic, too.
I know. That's why I said I should have led off with detect magic before identify.
You just asked me to use magic awareness.
Yeah, but that's actually a, whatchamacallit, a resource for you. He can ritual cast. It takes nothing other than time for him.
Yeah, but mine will reset by the. I hardly ever use it anyway.
That's very true.
But aren't you in a state of depression right now?
I mean, I can still answer you and tell you no.
Maybe Shadowscale needs some distraction.
She probably could actually. Alright. Do your magics. Voodoo.
Oh, magic awareness, go activate.
Well, all the various vials you found all give off magic, as do obviously all the scrolls.
I would know their nature of magic too. Their school.
There's just a lot here, so it's not...
Yeah. There's a lot.
See, what else did I list?
We have a gold bracelet shaped like the quaddle.
Nope.
We have a brass jade inlaid mug.
Nope.
Silver ewer.
Nope.
Okay, that would be all the items then.
The box.
Or any of... Oh, yeah. Well, we kind of figured that's probably magical because it's got those words inscribed.
But it'll tell me what school of magic it's from.
That's true, though. Yes, sir. Lovely box.
Most magic items don't actually have a school of magic. Spells do, magic items usually don't. I've been guessing what the closest would be, but technically magic items don't have schools.
No, I assumed it would have been their enchantments, but...
Well, I mean, it literally makes sense that based off what it does, it might be of a different school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a wand of healing would not be the same as a wand of magic missiles.
What? No.
You can try it and find out.
But technically, underneath each, like especially spells, especially items that don't have an equivalent spell, it's a lot harder to figure out what the school would be.
I got you.
But I guess I should ask, just in case, because it can happen, the gemstones.
Gemstones or not.
Okay. So yes, I guess we will do those 5 items then. The box, and the scroll case with skeletons, clouded gray oil beads, and shining liquid and regular scroll. So much stuff.
Well, you start by identifying the box.
A floating
No freaking
boat.
way.
Wait.
It's a whole ass boat.
The second command it's a ship. It goes from a boat to a ship.
It can turn from a box to a large canoe to a full-on, like, small sailing ship. It's still a pretty small ship, but it is a sailing ship, essentially.
The box only weighs
Nice.
4 pounds.
Yep.
But magic.
It'll weigh its normal size when it turns into something else.
Yes.
Just imagine sailing on the sea in this. Someone recognizes what it is and gives off the command word to turn it back into a box.
It actually says something about that.
Not fast. We got 2 canoes. You can just use
Provided
2.
no creatures are aboard, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
If there's someone on board, it won't happen. But if nobody's on board, it'll fit everything it can. Okay, so this is cloudy. Cloudiness is definitely keeping that away from shadow scale.
And then you had the 2 scrolls still?
Scroll, and then the wooden scroll case with skeletons. So yeah, scroll if we open it.
So the just one scroll by itself is a scroll of protection from undead.
And then fancy scroll case.
The fancy scroll case is a... Let me double check. It is a scroll of Create Undead, upcast to level 8.
So I should just put down level 8, create undead.
Yes. And note, that is Create Undead, not Animate. That should be everything identified.
Shining liquid.
Ah, yes. So I don't have an actual entry for it, but it is an item called a Dreaming Tincture.
Dreaming tincture. Oh, it's like our magic fruit, monkey fruit thing. It makes funny things happen.
But yes, that is the all of your items.
Alrighty.
What do you do now?
Well, should we head back and secure Savoie?
Did we already take our rest and everything?
No, you haven't.
Well, yeah, we'll have to sleep first. Sleep first, then head to cure Savoie. Hope that they can maybe bring these 4 people back and assist them.
Well, you guys take your long rest. Who's doing what watch?
I can take first.
I'll take second.
I can do third.
I guess I'll do fourth.
Well, first watch can make their check. Well, you don't really see much. It's just kind of a jungle night. One of many.
Okay, I'll wake up second watch.
You know, with how my rolls were last session, I don't think I was a good choice for a watch.
You're fine.
You can make up for it this time.
See?
Yeah, you keep your watch, look around, but it's quiet. Eventually your turn ends.
Quiet.
Third watch.
I'm allowing Steven to sleep.
What's up with
I was
those
going to say
questions?
damn straight. He needs a weekend in the spa.
As you are sitting, you notice a small bit of the brush move, and it looks like there's some kind of animals just at the edge of the firelight.
How big of animals?
You're not quite sure. You can't see through the brush.
It could be mean and send sharks at them.
At least figure out what it is first.
Could I attempt to get a better look?
Sure. Are you going to just walk right up, or try to just see better from where you are?
Try to see better from where I am, probably. Pick it
Make
up.
another perception roll.
Okay.
You clearly see these 6 of these small animals just kind of munching around in the brush.
Oh, hey.
Man, I've seen a picture of them before.
I want one. I want one right
Shut
now.
up.
Comes on its own stick to roast it with.
I know, right? Unfortunately, I have nothing to catch it with.
There are 6 of these small, essentially rabbits. They look like they're pretty big for rabbits, but the main thing to note is they have a foot-long spiral horn emerging from their forehead. Not too different from a unicorn.
You could always, burning hands them.
Harmony would kick your butt if she found out about it.
He doesn't have any spell slots left.
Yep.
Yeah, wait, no. Burning Hands is level 1, so yeah, I could. But I could just Ice Knife him.
Burning hands, you pre-cook it.
But Ice Knife explodes and gets them all.
Or you could pet them and wake up Harmony so that she could see them and cuddle them. And
then we
one
kill
home.
them.
Kill them after she's gotten attached.
I would like to pet this creature.
every day at work, man.
This is just
mind break one.
This is just the Harmony meme. I would like to pet this creature.
Well, what if one of these is sacred?
Well, then don't do it.
Then you're gonna get circuit horned, ain't you? But no one will know.
I guess
They can all morph into one big bunny with a horn.
I will take the biscuit from my rations and kind of softly toss it over there.
That thing's barely recommended for human consumption.
Shut up.
Now you want to feed it to an animal?
Shut up.
It's animal cruelty, man.
You're gonna make them mad.
Sorry, I don't have hold creature.
Why not?
Yeah, you do. Grab it with your hands. There you go. You hold
Bird
it.
can talk to creatures.
I can.
He tossed a biscuit.
Yes,
Heart
that's
attack.
Biscuit to heart attack.
They got good teeth.
Lands with a thud.
I mean, several of them kind of hop away at that. One of them looks a little curious and goes over and kind of starts like nudging the little bit of it around, trying to figure out what it is.
Who's
You activated
closest
my
to
trap
me?
card? Ice knife! I don't
Well,
know.
you're
I'm
outside
sleeping
the
over
tent.
by Undril's statue.
We
He's
have,
hugging it.
Specifically.
They didn't bring it with.
we're not.
I was
Oh,
gonna say.
I thought we were just camping inside the ruins.
No.
No, we're camping outside.
I don't
Then
trust
I
that
hate
thing.
all of you.
Shadow Scale is closest to you.
I was actually hoping it was Harmony.
Well, technically, we're all in a tent. Tents.
Yeah, you're all in.
Yeah.
I'd assume that
Other
several
than-
of you sleep in different tents because you have multiple
yep.
now.
See, that's why I wasn't considering burning hands, because there's a chance I could have got the tents.
Not if you aimed it right.
It's
Yeah.
a flamethrower! There's not much to aim.
Were they in the direction of the tent, Joe?
No, they're not.
See?
Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna ice knife.
I mean, you could wake me up.
Maybe
Gonna-
Tally.
I'll shoot it right in the middle of them.
Well, your knife goes wide.
I kind of figured that was.
If it misses the first one, do they still have to make the other save? Hit or miss?
The shard explodes. Yep. So then it would take the cold damage. If they succeed. If they succeed, they do not take the damage. If they don't, they get the cold.
Like for them, they got fur on.
Well, it looks like, based off the way things went, it looks as if 4 of them may have failed. Oh, wait. Yeah, they all just fall over dead. All 6.
I know where you live, Sam.
You see when you sleep.
I don't know. Roll a Constitution throw to see if you wake up. Like, maybe would hear ice exploding.
It doesn't make that much noise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, would
You
there
are
be
dead
some
asleep.
Squeals.
Oh God! Are they do they squeal like 7 days to die?
Do you know what it sounds like when rabbits scream?
Yeah.
No,
Do we hear that? Does that wake us up?
no!
I know male rats they can flick pee at you.
Yeah, yep, there's the sound of some rabbit screams as they freeze to death.
Sam?
Everyone can make perception at disadvantage.
Please, Harmony, don't wake up. Oh shit! Nice, Igrius. Nice.
I'm sad sleeping.
It's a good thing you're sleeping.
So Harmony and Igrius wake up.
What the is that? I'm gonna step out the tent and look at what's happening.
I felt as though 1,000 lives were snuffed out.
There was
Suddenly.
disturbance in the forest.
They stole my biscuit.
They are mugging me.
They stole my biscuit.
They stole your biscuit.
Well, you can see it over there, can't you?
After what happened to my sweet roll, I was kind of pissed.
Well, go grab them then.
I
Going
will,
back to bed.
will proceed to pick them
You
up.
did what?
They killed a bunch of innocent creatures. Good night.
They weren't innocent. They stole my biscuits.
It's so...
I want him to roll a deception on that. He needs to convince Harmony. I want to hear this role play out.
You see me start charging something up.
Be her attack. She likes to use.
Maybe I will stay up for this. Kind of peek my head out the tent.
Why did I have to be out of spell slots for that?
Better think fast, dude. She is pissed.
Yeah, they're food. I finished collecting them.
Mind sliver.
Make your intelligence save.
Did you try
that-
something?
Intelligence may not have been the route to go.
Yeah.
Not against the professor.
Trying to mind break me?
I mean, I don't want to actually hurt him because we've had a day, but I'm just mad.
Your attack is mine.
Wait, did this just happen?
Yeah.
So are they like, they're just slightly dead?
Yeah.
It's gotta use a diamond.
No, they're dead.
Okay.
They
You can't cure wounds something that has negative hit points. And they're absolutely dead because he did well more than double their hit points into negative.
I tried anyway.
Even the ones that saved.
She's over there like doing CPR to a frozen rabbit.
Even the ones that saved did more than double negative. They were bunnies. They didn't have much health.
I want a bunny.
They
I
taste
you
want
so
a
happy?
unicorn bunny.
Well,
Moon
the
gets
ones
it.
if the ones that save don't take half damage, they don't take anything at all.
Oh, they don't? I thought it was
Yeah,
half damage.
No, if they save, they don't get any. 'Cause it just says.
Oh, then only 2 of them went and the rest ran away.
Guys, we have to go on a quest.
Okay, that's
We're
that's,
on a quest.
that's not
maybe
as
the
bad.
biggest quest of our lives.
So now I got 2 conies, or whatever they're called. Now we just need some taters.
Taters? What's taters?
They're called Almirage.
Yeah,
Now
well, we
you
still
wanna
need some
kill a
taters.
defenseless potato plant.
I'm going back to bed now. I wanted Harmony to kick the professor's ass.
Give her your wand of magic missiles.
No,
You can't miss that.
Yeah.
no, we're not. No.
I'll just stop my foot and pout and go back to bed.
Alright. Well, the rest of your shift goes uneventfully.
Okay.
No bunny murder.
4th.
Murder.
Those are really, really hard to roll in the random encounter, too.
I got a 7.
Well, the only thing you see is the morning sun.
I'd go
The
back to my
power of the sun.
like a vampire.
Now, I do just want to let you know, this river, like the river you're on, it's a big river.
Wait, we're on a
How big?
river? Oh, we are.
You're like a few miles away from the river.
I don't know where we are.
Well,
Is the water touching our camp now?
well, if we take the river, we can go a couple days upwards till that bend, and then head straight to Kirsabal. But the issue is our Mountain Thunder.
I will state that if you put it in the sailboat configuration, your folding boat can even fit Mountain Thunder.
Oh.
It does hold 15 medium creatures. So.
Okay.
What was our experience gain?
You each gained 1,000 XP.
I feel been gypped.
I feel like we've been gypped. Leveled up.
Yeah.
So you should all be at 6,600.
Do.
I'm gonna roll for the wand of magic missiles, Joe.
Alright. So 7 charges.
It's at full.
At this point, the party is currently leveling up.
And I got the bug repellent already taken care of for us. Do our normal stuff.
Excellent. So what do you do now?
Well, I figured we'd head to the river.
Brood.
So
Shadow
we're not going to
skill.
go back and try and remove curse.
Well, it's not too far away, so I guess we can attempt it to see what happens.
Yeah, okay, let's go back.
Alright, you head back in. You once again enter the large room with all the petrified beings and the massive statue.
I happen not
I'll
excitedly pointed at
start
you.
with Undril.
You cast Remove Curse, and the stone breaks away and she becomes flesh once more.
And then I jump on her and I hug her.
She seems really confused,
And I'm
proceeds to,
crying!
proceeds to pick you up and set you down, and just what happened? What did?
You got turned to stone.
You can blame
I-
Igrius.
But I take it we won because you're all here
Taven won.
still.
Surprisingly.
Taven won.
But
Oh,
yes,
Yep.
Taven.
that still counts.
Yep.
And she nods. Well, let's try to avoid that in the future then.
Yes,
Yeah.
Igrius.
And then I jump on her again!
It means don't touch shit.
She
I'm gonna
sets you
walk up
down
and
once
touch
again
the
and pats you on the
statue.
head.
Like this. Please don't wake up.
What now?
I'll go to the second guy, who
Yeah. Joe,
the
just-
very first frozen guy we saw.
Okay. I'm also gonna ready a spell just in case he seems hostile.
Alright.
I shall as well. Just in case. I'm just ready. Firebolt. Firebolt.
Well, you cast Remove Curse again, and similar to Undril, you see the stone break away and he becomes flesh once more, and in so doing continues the steps that he appeared to be taking last and shouting,
Shouting what?
just no!
It's okay. Calm down. It's okay. The lady who did this to you is gone now.
He's looking around confused. He's just... Yeah, you can now clearly see that he's a Chilton man.
And you would be?
My name is Gaul.
Oh.
I am an explorer. I found the city of Nangalore. I sought to seek the treasures here, that I might go back home with riches. But then I saw a terrifying vision of a most beautiful woman. But then her eyes glowed with unnatural light. What has happened?
That would have been Zalkore.
The ancient queen from legend?
Oh yeah.
That is hard to believe, but then again, this is the lost city of Nangalore.
Question. Do these people have any concept of, like, what year it is? Or, like, years... You know what I mean.
Are you asking him, like, what he thinks it is?
No, I'm asking you. If,
Oh, I'm asking
like,
him. I'm gonna ask him
Okay.
what he thinks. I'm kind of curious as to how long he's been here.
He tells you the year, and you realize, based off what year it is, that he's probably been there, you'd guess, like 5 or 6 years.
Ouch.
well, that's a relief.
Ooh, his family moved on.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna tell him. Well, yeah, we'll tell him that.
I mean, 5 or 6
Oh,
years
cool.
is, like, way better than what I was thinking.
I left the Evanon!
Nonetheless, he thanks you for everything you've done, and he has no riches to offer, nothing, and as such he shall, as Chilton tradition requires, he shall serve you until time is dictated, until you release him of his service.
Hey, I mean, fair enough. At least until... Do you have a family or anything?
Yeah, they moved on.
Have you told him what year it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be blunt.
He has a moment of like horror and real, but he does want to go back and see his family, but at the same time, for all he knows, they probably assumed him dead. They may have moved on. He doesn't want to find out, but he's okay. Until he finds out, he will travel with you and serve you. Specifically, he is denoting Harmony for freeing him.
Where did he live? He and his family.
Most likely, or
There's 2 ports.
probably Neonzar.
Stop guessing. I'm asking Joe.
Well, you're asking him, and then Joe will speak through him.
He tells you that he is from Mbala.
Bala.
It's
Oh,
by
over there.
Camp Vengeance.
Yes.
Where?
Camp Vengeance.
Ah, okay.
Which that'll be on our path next. Well, at least my next
trip.
Once we get
Okay.
back to-
I appreciate his servitude, but as soon as we get over there, we can look for his family. And
He has sworn a life debt to you.
And what are your skills?
He tells you that he generally served as a scout. He is good with the longbow and can fight in melee, but prefers to keep at range.
I know
He's-
that one.
He's obviously familiar with local flora and fauna and has a general idea of the area, though he's definitely not a guide or anything.
So he's like a Erd.
Hopefully this one can, hunt animals.
I hunt animals. You talking about?
if you let me take a short rest, I can unfreeze the other two.
I'm not biased against other animals.
I have no problem with that.
Short rest it is.
She can take a short rest and we'll go kill that spider.
Technically, we could.
Yeah.
We really could if we want to.
Let's do it. We'll just sit around here for, what is it, an
An hour.
hour?
An hour.
I'm not going to play out that combat because I know for a fact you can get it done. The whole party against one giant spider.
Me and Andre took a spider on today by ourselves.
Was it a venomous spider?
Yes, it was.
Venom.
Can I
See
try to extract some of its venom into
Sure.
some vials?
It's fangs.
You'll have to make a survival check.
All right, let's do this.
That one poisons himself.
Like if he can cure it.
Close.
Yeah, not only do you not get any, you destroy the fangs and spill everything everywhere, there's no chance of getting any.
This one was a better survival. Done it.
Well, once we're all done, I can unfreeze the other two.
Yep.
Touch.
Well, which one are you freeing?
I mean, both. I can do both. I can do poke. So it's not like a time thing.
She can T-pose.
Yeah.
Sir, dominance. Hello, the little fish and the birds, reptiles in the water.
They're all children. They all give her their declare a life debt.
If they're all
Well, you unpetrify two more, and these are two female chultins.
And I make sure to tell them as soon as they're awake that it's okay, that you have been in a state of, like, you've been cursed, essentially, and turned into stone, but you're free now.
Basically the same thing that you told Gaul.
Right.
They thank you. They tell you that they were exploring the lost city of Nangalore, and trying to find out what happened here. They introduce themselves as Kowani and Shabara.
Oh, we actually get names for these ones. The last guy didn't have a name.
Yeah, he did. I said Gaul.
Oh, it's because it was a weird name. I didn't remember it. Okay.
That's the third time I've said his name.
Like I said.
Oh man, if you have a weird
Hey.
name, I can't remember it.
They also swear life debts to you.
I have an army!
I am. Go
Thank you
forth,
for
my
that
untrained army.
Your army is easily destroyed.
Well, they're not untrained. They're all adventurers, essentially. Explorers of some kind. This time around, though, Kowani appears to be much like Gaul, an explorer, scout type, whereas Shibata is more of a fighter.
So you have your own Taban.
No, she might do
Watch
better
out.
than Taven.
They hit you in the
I'm
face.
gonna ask them also if they have any idea how long what year it is to them, and if they have families they need to return home to.
They tell you what year it is, and based off of that, you realize they've been frozen here for 96 years.
Holy moly!
Okay.
I try to tell them as gently as possible.
How many years?
96.
Whew.
Way before Olmu fell.
I'll use that longsword, Sam.
You're gonna have the fancy longsword.
I'll use it. Get my
You don't
shield
like
back
my
up.
bone sword? I'm
no,
sorry,
I love
Your
it.
Highness.
I intended to get the feet for it, but
Joe is the fancy
Done.
longsword more decorative,
It's very decorative looking.
so it's not meant for combat. It's probably pretty damn weak.
Hmm. Then why make it sword if it's weak?
Because it's a human thing.
I mean, did they have families and homes?
I mean,
96
they
years ago.
did. They're positive they're all gone. They're very upset. They have a moment to mourn for it, but they're happy to be back alive. And at the very least, Gaul had a wife and kid, but neither of these two did.
Were they there together, or
Yes, those two were there together. They know each other.
Or at least they have each other.
But yes, I guess
Let's go.
everything must be explained very carefully, as to not psychotically break them.
World's gone to shit.
So,
Living
to get
in
an
the new
exact timeline of when things happened,
I can't say that myself, Andre.
about 40 years ago was when Port Nyanzaru and the Merchant Princes came to power.
So they don't even. Oh man.
80 years ago was when Chult kind of came back to the mindset of the world even, and opened themselves up to trade like the Chultan people. 120 years ago was when, according to what you were told, Ras Nasi, with his army of undead, besieged a city. However, something happened which caused everything to go crazy, and everyone lost all their powers.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose we should probably head to Kirsabal then.
Yep.
Also, it was roughly 170 years ago that supposedly their god abandoned them all. Or 200 years ago. 200 years ago.
So there's not too much to explain. Still enough
This
to psychotically break someone.
Something to consider is this also rings some bells with the story that Moxnade told you. Nonetheless, you now have 3 more NPCs. Despite the fact that they're named, they do not have character sheets and tokens, so I'll have to make those up when I have time. Also, just player knowledge, it depends on the type of petrification as to whether or not Remove Curse will work. So a basilisk that just because of its magic biology can turn you to stone, Remove Curse will do nothing.
But I assume Dispel Magic would work on that though.
Dispel Magic would not work. Well, Dispel Magic, I'd have to look at what level is Dispel Magic.
I think
that's a 3rd level actually.
Yeah, so that you'd have to upcast it. But that could potentially work. Otherwise, Greater Restoration. Because, specifically, Gorgons are cursed, and it is their curse that causes petrification. Literally, it's been stated that Remove Curse ends a Gorgon's cursed petrification.
Okay.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
But yes, you now have 3 more NPCs. And Undril is back. So do you go back to the river
Yes.
and break out the big boat?
The big boat.
I forget what the thing was. It all said.
what about our Ankly?
He fits aboard the big boat.
Joe said it fits.
Then we can get an armor for 3 people then.
No, I didn't write down the names. The things.
So the things to realize are this river, because you have to remember, each hex is 30 miles. This river is an average
It's like
of
the Mississippi.
this river averages about 5 miles across at most areas, with some areas being even wider and some areas being, and especially during the rainy season, which it is, it gets even wider.
So yeah, it's like the
It's
Mississippi.
not a little creek.
And
like-
it's deep.
Yeah, it's over the average of about 300 feet in depth.
That explains the
You can
Theseus
take large vessels, and there are large creatures in this river.
Yes, you told us
seen
about
a
the plesiosaurs
plesiosaur.
fighting each other.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to make a point. Just because it's a thin little thing on the map, remember how big these hexes are.
The only issue I have with this boat thing Does anybody know how to sail it?
Yes, I say confidently.
I've done it once or twice before.
Maybe one of our NPCs.
None of them have any sailing experience.
I like
Then
water.
that's-
It's the river.
It's a
It'll
good thing
do
it's
the
got
work for
rows.
us.
Good thing it's got oars.
Yeah, do it. Manning the oars is easy enough.
I could try
Yeah,
to sail it.
It's got 5 sets of oars. It's got a steering oar too, so I think we know how to steer. Just probably won't be as fast as it could be. So there we go.
Basically, everybody's gonna be on a oar.
Basically. Or rotate out.
There's only 5 sets of oars.
Remember last time I had a guy who was on oars, he didn't row.
Either way, going upriver.
Yeah, I think there's 5 sets of oars, so we'd rotate out. Folding boat. And there's 5 sets of oars: a steering oar, an anchor, a deck cabin, and a mast with a square sail.
Oh,
I think Mountain
Row.
Thunder will be happy now.
well, yeah, we can get all that stuff off of him so you all can rest a little.
Yeah, you can put several items just in the boat.
You know, a giant ass shell in the boat.
Hmm.
But the shell makes him anti-magic.
Does that mean we have an anti-magic boat now?
No!
But yes, you begin to head down the river, and honestly, river travel is much faster. Yeah, you are able to make pretty good time, and you don't really run into anything. Are you still planning on heading back to Kirsabal, though?
Yes. At least to deliver the some things.
I'm gonna drop my egg off at home. I'm tired
Oh
of
yes,
everything
how
around.
has his egg been?
It still hasn't hatched.
Sigh. I'm reading about that rabbit, and apparently they're actually really easy to tame and pet. Incredibly faithful to the masters.
Oh shit.
They're even known to be fearless.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker just murdered a bunch of them.
Murder 2.
I mean, if he would have woke me up, I would have tried to cuddle him. I was sad.
How big are they?
Slightly bigger than normal rabbits.
Well,
But yes, night begins to fall. What do you choose to do? Do you pull up, or do you just try to anchor in the middle of the river?
Pull the shore,
You pull up to the shore.
and we will set out the hunting traps.
Are we just gonna stay on the boat throughout the night?
Thieves got a cabin.
No.
It has, yes, a cabin.
That's
There's a lot of people.
And then you
It's-
just take the tents and probably like drape them over.
You could, or you could tactically set them up just, like, you could pull the boat ashore and then set up the tents just on the shore right next to the boat and make a
Yeah.
camp up against the boat.
It'd be a very, very quick camp. But yes, we're gonna deploy. How many traps have we got left? Oh, we still have 5. We will deploy 3 hunting traps, and 2 are both our fishing traps.
We no longer get enough water to just.
That's why we're going the river. Tyler just goes, here, 5.
I just have to fill up everything and then like boom.
Jux, my boy, go.
Jacques goes out, but he doesn't find anything.
Really gotta work on your hunting skills.
He's trying.
I know he is.
With all these new people, that means I gotta use more bug repellent.
yes. Yes, you do.
This is gonna go down a lot faster then.
As it so happens, they all had their own because they're adventurers in Schuld.
Oh, alright.
Had some of their own supplies.
Okay, well, I'm gonna guess just start filling up the water stuff. Or are we just gonna do that in the morning?
Probably just do that in the morning.
Alright.
If you're going to cast spells, one thing to always remember is if you cast spells before your long rest, you get your spell slots after.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
It's like we can fill up the water barrels now. I can cast,
Water barrel.
you know, water barrel, and you know everything else, water jugs or water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
things.
Might as well.
You could choose to completely fill the barrel, cast a spell to completely purify it, and then go take your long rest.
That
Also-
was my plan.
All three of your new companions gladly volunteer to take watches because they want to show that they're pulling their own weight.
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
not
I'm taking-
fine by me.
I'm taking a watch no matter what.
No, I will fill up all the water skins, spare water skins, and the barrel, and purify it.
All right, you have an entirely full barrel of water.
Yeah.
So who's taking which watch?
I'll take first.
I can take second.
I'm watching the back of my eyelids.
I want you back up the eggshell.
They argue amongst each other, but eventually Shibata basically intimidates the other two into saying that she is going to also take watch alongside Harmony, and the other two take third and fourth.
You now have children.
I mean, you don't see anything.
I knew that I wouldn't.
You're still staring at Undril.
Making our friends replace her right now. Don't worry. Well, then I'll go wake up next watch.
Well, you wake up Harmony and Shibata.
They didn't try to kill me, so, that makes us friends.
You didn't know that. I mean, they're just rusty after how many years.
It is so. Oh yes, I don't have a character sheet for him yet, or her, or any of them, but they do pretty well. Shibata does pretty well. Walks around, hears something, wanders off. You hear some cutting and splats and other sounds down by just a little ways down the riverside. She comes back. She has 7 giant frogs.
Okay, thank you.
She tosses them down. Good eating.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
you
you're not
enjoy
wrong.
frog.
No, I'm vegan.
Alright, well, I'll wake up the next watch.
Who else was on third watch?
You assigned my...
I know, but did anyone else choose to, as I'm asking?
I don't think so.
Alright.
No.
Then the last 2 watches go by uneventfully. You all wake up, pack your stuff up, go check out your traps.
Check the traps. Yep.
So how many of them did she unfreeze? I'm just trying to think for
I
other
unfreezed
stuff.
4 people.
4 people. Yeah, that's including Undril.
Undril.
Okay. All right.
All of your traps appear to be empty.
Even the fish traps.
Oh, I forgot you set up fish traps. I was just thinking of the hunting traps.
Yes, or 2 fishing traps.
No. Between the 2, you get a total of 5 fish.
That's
Now that we're
right.
friends, we can do anything.
So we got frogs and fish.
How many frogs was it?
And so
7
I-
frogs.
And will that be about just 7 rations then?
Yeah.
So 12 rations.
Mhm.
Alright. We'll continue onwards.
Before we leave the land, I want to find a nice size stick that I could turn into a staff. With working that with my wood carving tools.
Well, it's pretty easy to find a stick.
I want something nice and sturdy.
We found a
But
stick.
yes.
So yes.
You eventually reach a bend in the river that you're fairly certain is pretty close to Kirasabal. You'd have to go on foot if you want to get there from here.
Alrighty. So we disembark.
Well, you all get off.
Begin the march.
Mm-hmm.
After we pack everything up and put stuff back on top of Mountain Thunder.
Yep, it's going to take some time.
Yes.
Also, while the temperature is average for Chult, being about 80 degrees, it is very, very humid today. But the rain is relatively light as well. You start traveling into the jungle, but the sun begins to set. You're pretty sure you could be able to make it to Kirasabal if you pushed through the night. Otherwise, you can take your rest and make it there by morning.
I'd much rather be cautious and go through the day, through the night.
Well, you set up camp then.
Coward.
Who shall take what watch?
I will take first.
I'll
I can
take
take second. Or third.
And Tabin and myself can take last.
Well, there is another argument, but seeing as Shibata got to take the last watch, they agree that somebody else should get it. But then if somebody else is going to get it, Shibata threatens Gaul and says that Kwani is going to get the watch with Harmony.
Well, we know who's the boss of those three.
The Three Stooges, huh?
It should be noted that two of them are scouts and one of them is a fighter.
Kind of reminds me of, the hyenas
still
from
think-
Lion King.
I still think Tabin could take her.
Quite possibly.
Tim can't keep his weapon.
He can keep his shield.
He'll beat you up before he beats her up. Calm down.
I know.
Anyway.
But Gal agrees to take first watch, and seeing as Tabin's on fourth, Shibata shall take second watch with Igrius. Well, you don't see anything.
I knew that.
Neither does Gal.
He's too busy pouting.
No, he's keeping a watch. He's going to protect the one whom he is indentured to.
Well, I suppose you just wake up next watch.
He simply nods.
Oh, that's right. I was third. Never mind.
In between my rounds, I'm gonna just keep making this nice elaborate staff.
Shibata just mostly stands there with her arms crossed, looking around. Every once in a while, she looks over at Igrius, kind of funny, and goes back to just looking around.
Well, at least he didn't fall
I
asleep.
look back at her, funny looking. Okay.
Every time you look back at her, she quickly looks the other direction.
Ooh, Igrius. I think she's got a thing for you.
It's not a plant.
Or she thinks you're weird.
It's a plant in disguise.
Well, she was in a vegetative state for a period of time. So.
Wow. Wow.
Get it while the getting's good, I guess.
I'm gonna ignore that comment.
Now it is Harmony's go.
I am
She watches alongside Kwani, and neither of them ever see anything.
I have little care for your human modesty.
And finally, fourth watch.
Taven. Sleep.
That's perfectly fine. He's earned it.
You look over your shoulder, and you see Tabin kind of like slowly drowsing, dozing. Jolts awake, starts to doze again. He's definitely not keeping a good watch, that's for sure.
Just tell him to go to bed soon.
But you never see anything.
That would probably actually make him feel dishonored or something.
And so the night passes uneventfully.
Alright, we do our thing.
Yep. Bug repellent. Stuff.
Eat some biscuits. And then head to Kirsabal.
Didn't we check our traps? Or did we not place
Did
any?
not set any.
Okay.
Well, you travel, and eventually, within a couple hours, you reach Kirsabal.
Let's climb the mountain again.
Oh, no. I forgot about that.
Should have gave us some sort of summoning horn.
And no, I'm not going to shoot a light bolt of lightning up in the sky.
Throw a scrawny nerd in the sky.
Joe?
Yeah?
No, never mind. Nah, I don't want to do that. I had thought of something, but it's just like... So, if I cast Levitate on myself, okay, I can levitate myself up 20 feet, and then I can, pull myself up while still being levitated. So I don't have to make any kind of check since I'm being levitated. It says that I can, the spell goes up to 500 pounds. So if I tied a rope to myself, could I carry somebody up with me?
You could.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Who wants a ride?
I do.
I mean, I could probably take Erd and Shadowscale.
Probably could, actually. Take such.
Tilt my head a little bit. Take us?
He means bring
What?
you up.
Gotta get the rope tied up like a harness on me.
But your muscles.
Don't worry. Stronger than I look.
Okay.
How long of a climb is it?
Quite a bit.
Let's hope we can make it in 10 minutes.
Well, you only have to get us to the part where we just start walking upstairs.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do.
If you're going, wouldn't you have to make a check though? Because wouldn't you technically still be carrying?
How
the
far
weight
do you
of us?
move? How far do you move per turn?
My speed is 30. 30 feet per turn.
So 30 feet per turn.
Yep. And then I have the initial 20 feet from levitate.
So what, you guys?
And you say you can do it for 10 minutes?
Yep.
Then yeah, you can make it up to the area where you actually reach the buildings.
You gonna send people down to get us, the rest of us?
I guess I can. So yeah, I'll find somebody.
Really should make like
There.
an elevator or something.
Yeah, you go in, they recognize you, you tell them about everybody else, and they start sending others down to help bring people up.
Oh, and we are bringing the body of Zalkore up there with us.
Well, you bring the Zalkore up, and eventually all of you get up to Kir Sabal. Your new companions are quite amazed. Never been to Kir Sabal, and honestly, it was kind of another one of those places of legend.
We're a legendary group.
But before we do any talking with Ashar or anybody, let's go take baths. Especially you, Igrius. Since you
Why
run
me?
that plant.
Yeah, I think I could use one.
You're quite ripe.
You're not so pretty yourself.
Never said I was.
I think you're pretty.
Pretty ugly.
Pound it.
He just pounded as we're walking away. Good one. That's good.
They allow you to take baths and clean yourselves up, make yourselves presentable.
How big is the bath?
They don't have like a single. They have a few small ones, so there's definitely not. They're not able to get everyone in.
It's not big enough for you to swim around in, Brian.
No, definitely not.
Oh, it's around.
Yes, I believe we will now go talk to Ashara.
Could have a challenge. We'll hold our breath the longest underwater.
What are you, 5?
They could
Well, Ashara is glad to see you again, and right alongside, even more happy seemingly, is Moxnade.
Well, we managed to secure your Black Orchid for your ritual, as
I
well
wave it.
as we have brought Queen Zalkore. Though unfortunately, we
her
had
body.
to- yes. Unfortunately, it turned hostile.
They seem completely shocked at this concept. You brought the queen that ruled how many, like well over 100 years ago, in a lost city.
Yeah, we get that a lot, actually.
Did you tell him about the frost giants yet?
I saw no reason to bring up the Frost Giant's shadow scale.
I was just putting things in perspective.
Ashara just kind of stares blankly, cocks her head a little bit, while Moxnade goes, "Frost giants?"
Mm-hmm. We saw some, we did. We even helped us. And we helped them.
I'm guessing she has no concept of what a frost giant is.
She doesn't seem to.
Then I,
Yeah, they're not native.
explain what a Frost Giant is.
I had no idea there were things like this within the jungles of Chult.
Normally they aren't. To them, this place is basically hell.
How could anyone not enjoy Chult?
They come from a much different climate.
She just shrugs.
But yes, we have the body of Zalkore. We also have the Black Orchid. And we have this silk embroidered mantle to give to the princess.
So you give that to her?
Yes.
She gets very excited and looks at it, eyes wide, and then she runs up and hugs you.
Shadow Scale smiles.
I shoot Shadow Scale's glance. Anyways.
So, the Ashada looks to the group. So, did you want me to perform the ritual then, that you might gain your flight?
Oh, to the group. Let them make the decision.
Yeah, do we want to do it now, or do we want to... I don't know.
If we don't do it now, it's like,
We're gonna do
does
this
the
one
flower
Sunday.
need to be fresh?
You took the whole pot, I'm assuming.
Yes, we took the pot.
Yeah.
At least I hope Ur did.
Sure.
I don't think Brian wants to keep that.
Hold it. I'm just grab the flower.
Well, let's just assume Erd understands nature better than that. He took the pot.
I mean, I'm fine with waiting if that's the decision.
As am I.
I would rather wait, too.
I don't really care.
Well, then it seems we will come back at another time for the ritual.
Did you want to keep the orchid, or would you prefer to leave it here then?
I think it'd be safer here.
It'll most definitely be safer here.
Yeah.
She nods and
We can bring it back to our apartment. Back to
has
home.
one of the other Erekokra take it and put it away.
Oh, and then I introduce our 3 new companions. Being as they're just standing there, completely confused, even more so.
Are you introducing them as, specifically Kwani and I keep forgetting Shabada as being how long they've been petrified, or are you just introducing them as new companions?
New companions.
Okay.
They just nod.
We'll keep them quiet then, in their time frame.
I mean, if they want to share, that's fine, but...
They don't personally say anything.
Well, we should probably get back.
Well, I'm sure we'll have to stay the night, because it probably took us most of the day to get up here.
No, not with help.
Okay.
Because it only took me about 10 minutes. Don't know what you're talking about.
Well then.
Then we could probably get help going down.
Alright.
See! I'm flying!
Sorry, you just jump off?
Well, no, when one of them carries me down.
So,
We can like a
you
spider.
said
a
over
spider web out.
here... Over in this area, there was a giant clearing that Harmony had seen, right?
Isn't it right here?
What now?
Oh.
Okay, Tyler. You had seen a giant floating thing over here. Harmony had seen like a giant clearing. Like something cleared
Yeah.
out over here.
Up here.
Away from where we'd assume Needle's Bones was. Cause I'm thinking we go there, head up to Port Castigliar, then back to the port.
Yeah. During our free time at Kirstebal, before we go down, I want to look towards where I saw that floating island. See if I see it again.
Make a perception roll.
Come on, nat 20. No.
You can make out a speck on the horizon. You guess that might be it.
I'm ready to go whenever y'all are.
So once we get back to Port Nyanzaro, we head back towards Port Castigar again?
No, that I misclicked.
Well, let's leave.
There's only basically 2 stops before the Port Nyanzaro that I'm suggesting we do.
Wait. Wouldn't it be easier to go to the river, go up the river to...
Okay.
It's right here.
Tyler,
and
I
then
was
go
only
over here.
Tyler. I was only showing
your path of thought.
The spots, essentially. But yes, it would be much easier to go up the river and then cut across over to here.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds fine with the group? Or...
They don't care.
I just
Sounds
try to
fun.
keep you alive. Don't care where I go.
Back to the boat.
Back in the professor's pocket? I've heard both that.
It is. Not actually, it's not in my pocket.
Be in your bag.
Yeah.
Bag.
Professor
Would it
Word's
fit in the bag of holding?
We're not
Yeah, it's a box.
But yeah. But what did you say, Sam?
Yeah, I was saying we're not putting it back home. It only weighs 4 pounds, so yeah. It's only 12 inches long, 6 inches. It's actually pretty tiny.
Yeah, but still, it's like, do you want to keep carrying that, or do you want to
It's
put it
4
in somewhere secure?
pounds! It's
Yeah,
perfectly
what
fine.
if-
I mean,
What
He
if
just
it,
wants to hold-
falls out?
Because of the power ideal that he has.
I'm just saying.
it's fine.
Well, no.
It's fine where it
There'd
is.
be people to watch. People will see it fall out. Not I.
But I guess we
I'm
will
sure
bid
I'm up
them
front.
adieu and be on our way.
I do.
Well, you head back down. It is going to take you some more time to get back to the river. You make it right up to the river, but it's dark.
Alrighty. Set up camp, set up traps.
Mm-hmm.
Shucks, go
Hey,
have some
first of all-
fun. Or not.
Well, he told him to have fun, not to hunt, so you know.
Yeah.
He goes off and frolics in the jungle.
Oh, that's not. You can get some spider webs.
Well, once again, they are vying and they agree. Is Harmony keeping a watch tonight?
Nah, I want to sleep tonight. Let them watch.
So they all want to sleep with Harmony. Got it.
They all kind of look a little disappointed, but they kind of get along, and eventually they agree to take second, third, and fourth watch because they just assume Shadowscale's taking first.
Mm-hmm.
All's quiet.
Then I wake up the next whoever has volunteered, whichever one is going.
Gowl sees everything.
He's been eating those mushrooms.
And he sees that there is nothing of note.
And then I attack them. On the bushes.
Gowl leaves to go wake up Kwani, who looks around and does not see much. And she wakes Shibara, or Shabara, who does not have a character sheet yet. She doesn't see much either. And eventually the sun comes up. Shabara wakes up everyone else. Pack up the tents, go check your traps. One of them has a boar in it.
Not
Hey,
anymore.
The other two continue
been
to be
bored.
empty.
What a boar was 7 rations worth of meat?
8.
8.
Hey, we have a few more people, so they can actually carry some stuff.
They technically can.
They can bring the boar
Sure.
ride.
Carry this massive shell, please. Thank you.
Nobody's willing to carry that, I'm afraid.
I'm willing to carry that. I can't, but I'm willing to.
Shadow Scale, you can live in it.
No, can live in it.
You can't quite get a grip. It's just too big.
Damn.
Big.
Attach it to a small wooden cart with wheels. Put a rope around my waist.
Whee!
I'm inventing something called a mobile home. It's gonna be big. I can tell.
People be attacking you for your mobile home.
Best part is Mother Nature can't sue me.
Well, you begin to head down the river. Or head upriver, I should say.
Row, row, row our boat.
You wrote directly down the stream. A murder, murder, murder. The Fester in his sleep.
Okay.
You make great time. It's a peaceful travel. Man, it's real easy traveling up and down river, especially in a big boat.
I know.
Nothing wants to go after it.
You just float there like a piece of rock.
Believe it or not, that's
Wolfwood.
actually a song they sang around the campfire back in his own home village.
But eventually, night falls once more.
Alrighty.
First.
Set up 3 traps. I will bait these traps this time.
The 3 hang around, wait to see if Harmony's going to do anything.
I will take first watch.
Alongside ShadowScale?
ShadowScale. What's up?
Fine. I'll take second.
If you want,
They-
first watch, you can.
I'll take second watch with Harmony.
Regardless
I just
of any of
kinda
it,
smile.
They
as
don't
I'm just
care.
like, I
Gal
know.
is taking second watch. He has not gotten to spend a watch with Harmony.
Poor Jax. He just likes
I
to
think,
play.
In reality, he's wandering off into the jungle and taking naps instead of hunting.
I'll take third watch.
Oh, it's mine. It's your watch.
Anyways, Tyler, make sure you take off 3 bait.
Do I have the bait?
Pretty sure you have the bait.
Flip, 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 flip.
Yeah, you can, Tyler.
Flip, flip. Other bag of holding. Yep, other bag of holding. How much was there? Because I just have 9 pounds. Could have swore I wrote a.
Okay, just put down 90, and then
Yeah.
subtract 3 from it.
Well, first watch. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Passes uneventfully.
Then I'll go wake up 3 people.
Well, I said I was going to take third watch after.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Wake up 3 people before I even wake up the next watch.
3 random people. They're not even the people doing the next watch.
Exactly.
They're not even in our party. You just like find 3 people and wake them up.
Gal doesn't see anything, and neither does Harmony. Third watch.
Come on. I see everything.
So let's go on. I mean, Jesus Christ. Let's pass around the shrooms.
You 2 are like legitimately full on making patrols, checking the area, listening. But nothing ever happens.
But I want to finish my staff.
Completely
Right.
different from what Tyler normally does.
You're good at your job.
Yeah. I'm making my staff as I'm walking around like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, that was a good roll. Well, I'll wake up the next watch. Man, I was really hoping for like another like Yoda-like creature to come out and make me pick up trash. He is a Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
Well, fourth watch. Was that only Shibata?
It was Shibata.
Shibata makes her watch, but all is quiet. I have to go use the restroom.
Oh, Professor, that was a fine display of human courting rituals.
Shut up. Be quiet, ShadowScale.
Oh, I don't think I will. I can smell those pheromones.
That just makes it sound so bad.
A little bit.
I am back.
So, Joe,
Yes.
at the end of the long rest, I'm going to carve a arcane symbol into my staff. Now I can do to my arcane firearm. I can use it as my arcane focus. Yep. And whenever I cast an artificer spell through the firearm, I get to roll a d8, and I gain a bonus to one of the spell's damage rolls equal to the number rolled.
All right then.
I get bonus damage. Does that count with cantrips, or does it have to be like a leveled spell? It didn't say anything like that. I just want to.
What was the exact wording?
When you cast an artificer spell through the firearm, I get to roll a d8 to gain a bonus to one of the spell's damage rolls.
I think it would. Cantrips are on a spell list.
I'd say yes.
Okay.
Well, you all pack up your stuff. You put out traps, right?
Yep.
Aye. 3 of them with bait.
You know, you keep putting bait in there, but boars keep showing up. Oh, and I guess kind of aren't they like?
We've had other things show up.
Yeah, but
A dwarf.
A dwarf with vines.
Kind of.
You get to your trap and you find a caught Batiri.
Kill it.
Again?
Boom.
He starts freaking out, tries to pull out a little dagger and fend you off.
I firebolt it.
No.
No, Igrius.
I grabbed his
These
dagger with
little
my
things
Why
have
not?
better things to
hand.
do.
We're not torturing the little thing. It's better to put it out of its misery.
Oh, we got to steal his dagger, Tyler, from him. We gotta use our mage hands to steal his dagger.
Going to sheathe my greatsword and rage. Oh.
No, so I can't firebolt it, but yeah.
Shadow skill's already going off.
Rolled anyway. Oh, this multicolored lights surround me.
Well, the professor's ability alone, you just see it start spasming and foaming at the mouth, and then it falls over.
Holy crap, what's wrong with you?
I saw it move! I start smashing its body.
Shadow scale. Stop. It's already dead.
Not dead enough. Put away my blade and walk away.
Well, you killed the Batiri.
Oh, next trap.
No. Search him first.
He has a crude stone dagger.
Big man attacking a little guy with a crude stone dagger.
Alright, then. We take our hunting trap.
The others are empty.
Some smart wildlife. But I believe we shall now head on.
Well, you continue your journey upriver.
Yay.
As you go along, at one point you see what appear to be a group of people on the bank of the river, kind of all kneeling around something.
What are they kneeling around?
You can't make it out.
Ahoy! Me
Ah.
mateys.
I think we should go over and see if they're okay.
I don't know. What do you say, leader?
I say sure.
Okay.
Guess we can Oh god. Yes, we can stop and see what's going on.
Well, you, as you bring the boat closer to the shore, they notice it, and they begin to run away into the jungle.
Well,
We don't
see
mean
what
you
they were
harm.
kneeling around, I guess.
How far away are they from me?
Oh, they're quite a ways away, several hundred feet.
Yeah, how long? How many feet?
Several hundred, 300? Are you going to kill them?
900 feet away.
Oh.
That I can't reach. I was hoping we were a little bit closer, but oh well.
Well, let's at least go over and see what they looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Were they human people?
Oh yeah, as you got closer, you could tell they appeared to be Chilton.
Probably thought we were river pirates.
Probably.
Are you getting out of the boat and getting onto shore?
Well,
If we
let's
can't see
make
what
sure
they were
we look.
looking at.
They're 900 feet away, Sam. They were going to ambush us. They would have stayed a little bit closer than that.
So, I didn't hear. Are you getting onto shore?
Yep, I am. Once we get close enough, I'll hop down and go over to what they were looking at.
Got you back from the boat.
If Bighorns is going, then I'll go down with them.
Well, you get down, you look around, and it appears to be the remains of a number of zombies.
Zombies.
Make investigation rolls.
Man, dead bodies are really interesting.
I didn't hear you guys come with us.
I did. I'm still on the boat. Cover fire.
No, I was talking about the professor.
So, Igrius, Shadowscale, and the Professor, the three of you notice that the zombies have several bite marks in them.
I didn't do it.
Oh, no.
Well, is there
That is concerning.
any trail of blood or body parts leading the same way that the people went?
Nope.
I say we should just get back in the boat and go about our day.
Agreed.
Do the one thing the zombie never expects. You eat it. A smart strategy.
You bite me? No, I bite you.
About evening.
Well,
Yeah.
on board back up the boat. Just continue.
Well, you get back in the boat and continue to head upriver.
I don't suppose any of our natives have heard of any like cults eating the undead.
I'm native.
Okay, true. So I'll ask you too.
Nope.
I'm native. Harley.
There's a mix of information from Tabin, Shabata, Gal, all of them. Talk about like cannibals that have become so desperate after living in the jungles to even eat the flesh of the undead. Many of them are apparently insane.
I'd imagine so.
They are also more tribalistic than most Chultans.
Let's mark this area. Cannibals.
A little less civilized, so to speak.
I mean, I agree to mark it as cannibals. So
Yes, I also to mark area.
How big was the group of people?
How big was it?
Yeah. General size, anyway.
You saw about 10.
I imagine they're not just simply scouts, then. Probably a village nearby.
But where do we think we are?
Anyone who wants to, or somebody can make a survival roll.
Before anyone makes that, what are the NPCs' survivals mods? Or the scouts, particularly.
Kwani believes that she's probably better than Gal, though Gal is very hesitant to admit that fact.
I think I'm gonna rely on Erd. I think I'm gonna rely on Erd.
You have a general idea. You think you're right around here.
I'm not seeing anything.
Around here.
Oh, there it goes.
Alright. Oops, that's a really thick.
I'd have probably imagined on the left bank that we saw him.
Yes, it was on the western bank. With that, you continue going, and another night falls.
I'll take first watch. Shockingly.
I can take second.
Shabata claims that she is going to take second with you.
I'll take first with Shadow Scale.
Ah! We can talk up. We can stay up and talk about so much. Do each other's hair and our nails. I don't have hair.
Are you Shadow Scale?
I'll take third.
Did your master teach you about these concepts?
Take 4.
Good. I was about to zap you.
I'm busy talking your ear off.
And I fall asleep
You're so
because of it.
I'm not. You're just so distracted.
The professor is doing everything in his power to ignore Shadowscale, who is deciding that she wants to talk to the professor, because the professor never stays up while she's on watch.
Mm-hmm.
Never again.
Seeing this was a mistake.
Gal's attempting to keep watch, but he keeps looking over, like, kind of half paying attention to the conversation. It's hard to focus. Second watch.
Okay, good night.
Second.
Is that
Is that
harmony?
Harmony?
Mm-hmm.
That was creepy.
What was creepy?
Joe and Tyler both said the exact same thing at
Oh.
the exact same time.
It's common with us. I mean, it's not like me and Andre earlier.
Oh, that's annoying. I can't get the
That's
character
life.
sheet to open up. But Harmony doesn't see anything, and neither does Shabata. Third watch. Igrius is just kind of sitting in front of the fire. Kwani is still making rounds, actually looking around, doing patrols, essentially.
Relax a little. We're good. We're
Fourth
safe.
watch. Erd by himself, looking around as the jungle makes its strange noises. But Nothing but the morning sun interrupts his watch. Well, did you guys set out traps last night?
I'm not in charge of that.
I don't think we did.
I don't think you did either.
Nope, you don't believe in them. They don't catch anything anyways. I'm bad for hunting them down myself.
Well, then fine. Next time we stop, we can do a hunting party.
Okay.
So yes, use your routine.
Well, you pack your stuff up and begin to head upriver further. Everyone make perception rolls.
No!
So, Erd, Tabin, and the Professor, as well as both of your new scouts, Kwani and Gal, you note on the eastern bank what appears to be a person, and as you get a little bit closer, you can recognize what it looks to be a half-orc spiked to a tree by the broken-off horn of a triceratops.
Damn.
Poor bastard.
That is rough.
I don't suppose it looks fresh.
Not particularly. Been there at least a couple days.
Okay. I was gonna ask how many days has it been.
Nonetheless, a few miles more, and it is night once again.
I'll take first.
I'll take it with shell scale.
Yay!
I'll take second.
We can drag our tails across the professor's face.
Tabin and myself can do third.
I can do fourth.
Kwani's turn to go with Harmony. Gal agrees to take second, and this time around, Shibata is going to sleep. Erd is also doing first.
Yeah.
So, first watch.
Damn, we're a great team.
Erd sees everything.
And we have even
And-
time to draw on Professor's face.
And by everything, I mean nothing.
Nothing. I drag my tail. When we wake up, people, I drag my tail past his face.
And I'll do the same.
Good influence.
What are you teaching her?
Hey, let me stop biting you. You're fine. Our next session, we go biting the professor. They're using our teeth.
Well, it is what, the professors?
No, my
No.
watch
Igrius.
with I forgot who you said.
Gal, I believe.
Gal.
Yep, Gal.
No, we were just dragging our tails across Professor's face.
You know what likes that.
Well, more quiet watch. Third watch. That is Professor and Tabin. Tabin is not really paying attention.
He's very worn out.
Yeah, he got into a fight with the Gorgon. He's pretty much done.
You made him do all the fighting.
But the Professor keeps a close eye and sees nothing. Finally, it is Harmony and Kwani. The two of them watch, but the only thing they see is morning light.
Oh man, this whole buddy system is starting to go on. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, did you set out traps?
Yes.
Nope. Oh, did we? I thought we were going on a hunting party.
Oh no, we were doing a hunting party.
Alright. Who's leading the hunting party?
Lizard of the hour.
I'll lead the hunting party.
You gonna make the survival roll?
I'd much
No.
rather have
No.
lead us than Igrius.
Go ahead, Erd.
Gonna have my staff going. So wait, we're hunting in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing a
That's
morning
different.
hunt.
That's way to catch them off guard when they're half asleep.
And I'm bringing Jacques with so he can learn.
Well, Erd goes through the jungle, tracking, and eventually picks up the spoor
I forgot to do
of...
advantage. Oh well.
Either way, you found something. And eventually, through the trees, you come across two axe beaks
Ooh.
Birds!
Food!
What are their colors?
They are both
Dead.
blue.
Then they're
Dead.
dead to me.
They're dead.
Rain death upon them.
Yes.
We'll find a yellow one.
Oh, we'll kill it.
Maybe someday.
Call him Chocococo.
You can just paint it. You can just dye it blue or yellow.
That's not how it works. It's
You don't know that.
Well, are we entering into initiative?
With
here in the
with the
beginning?
sheer number of people, it is easy for you to take down 2 axe
I was
beaks.
gonna say, that's like fire voltage and boom boom.
And there's so much ranged attacks, and yeah, the
Magic
damage output
barrage.
of this group, you're easily able to take basic animals without even trying. Things that are of that low, like challenge rating, I'm not even going to put them on the board. You kill 2 axe beaks and get 32 meat.
Nice.
head back to
I
camp.
am the greatest survivalist in the world.
Head back to camp and continue on our way.
I think we'll probably call it there because it's 9 o'clock, and we shall pick this up next week.